This woman should be in jail. Literally, Hillary Clinton should be behind bars. And so should the people who worked for her who did this. This is so blatantly corrupt. She wanted to distract from her email scandal. She cooked up a plan to accuse Trump of being a Russian agent in order to distract from her own legitimate scandal. She made up a scandal about Trump being a Russian asset. And they banked on the intel agencies working with her to perpetuate this lie, and it appears they were only too happy to assist. That's what this scandal's about. Pieces of it we knew. New pieces are coming in by the day thanks to these declassifications. And it's downright shocking. Do not believe that there's no there there. The people who are saying that are wrong. They're wrong. What just broke today, like moments before we came to air, we're still getting our arms around it, was obviously provided to Michael Schellenberger before 2 minutes ago. And his Substack page, Public, that's the name of it, has a fantastic breakdown of what's in this new piece of information, the annex to the Durham report. You remember John Durham was the special counsel appointed under Trump to go through what had been done to him and try to figure out who did it, who helped, and whether anyone should be prosecuted. Well, even his information was not made entirely public. All right, now we reported that the Durham report, again, which investigated how the FBI's crossfire hurricane in 2016 investigation into Trump allegedly being a Russian agent and or members of his team allegedly being Russian agents got started. How did this massive fraud get perpetrated on Team Trump and on the American people? That was Durham's charge. And they already made clear that the Clinton campaign had a mission of trying to push this lie. And now we're learning, I mean, it's incredible what I'm seeing here going through there. But like, it is so clear. Now we know that what happened was, remember we've been talking this week about how we talked about it with Aaron Mate, about how it now looks like the Russians didn't hack the DNC, that they were not the ones who hacked the DNC, but they were hacking other people. And what appears to have happened is they hacked a couple of high-level operatives who were connected with the Clinton campaign or who were friendly with it. And they caught on to this plot. The Russians did. The Russians caught on to her plot to try to paint Trump as an agent of Russia. And the Dutch were spying on the Russians. The Dutch got their spies got their hands on the Russian intel that the Russians had stolen from its hacks of people around Team Clinton. And then the Dutch told us, the Dutch said, yo, hey, this is bad. It came to the Americans with whom they're friends and said, you should read this. The Hillary Clinton's about to do something bad. And instead of then, Jim Comey saying, oh, when he saw the Steele dossier saying, well, this is obviously bullshit. Who's Fusion GPS? Who hired them? Oh, Hillary Clinton? Oh, okay, I know exactly what's happening here. This is bullshit, guys. This is the Hillary Clinton ruse. Instead of doing that, not only did they not dismiss the bullshit coming into them from Hillary's operatives, but they doubled down and they opened up an investigation into Trump and his campaign and started arresting people and using the Hillary-generated information like the Steele dossier and more. You heard Aaron Mate explain she had this CrowdStrike group that suggested it was the Russians who had hacked the DNC. They took that hook, line, and sinker, and so on. So this shit's crazy. What she did, I don't even have the words. She's still walking around, acting like she won and he stole this election and it was the one back in 2016 and that it was not legitimate. She's not delusional. She's a liar to her core, And she's been supported by everyone around her and by the intel apparatus that was in place under Obama and frankly, thereafter. There are so many officials who who were fine doing this. All right, what the new appendix to the Durham report reveals is that the CIA had the intel to show the goal of Clinton's plot was to distract from that email scandal. We had heard Durham make reference to this. It's right there, black and white in the appendix. But then the FBI, when notified of this, rejected the intel about Clinton's plot. They said, oh, it looks like hearsay. They rejected it. Like, oh no, we don't believe it. Okay, you don't believe it because there are other pieces in here and they believe those, but they don't believe the stuff about Hillary. Schellenberger writes it up this way. There are strong suggestions in the Durham appendix of the Clinton campaign working hand in glove with the intelligence community. She had a receptive audience at FBI instead of a skeptical one for her lies. And that's really how this whole thing got started. And they actually named some names that I've never heard of before. And their attempts to get these people to admit what's in the documents that the Russians got their hands on that we found out about thanks to the Dutch. I mean, like, we'll name the names. I'll go through this with you. But like, why haven't these people been arrested? Why was Michael Flynn prosecuted, but not these people? Why did Carter Page get spied on, but not these people? Since President Trump was sworn in, his administration has made enormous progress at a breakneck pace. But don't forget, while they are moving mountains for the good of the nation, you've got your personal savings to worry about. And one of the best ways to look after your savings is through diversification, particularly with gold, like from Birch Gold Group. In the past 12 months, the value of gold has increased by 40%. And Birch was an advertiser on this show 12 months ago. If you had purchased then, you'd be 40% richer today. Now's the time. Central banks continue to bolster demand for gold by burying in record quantities. Global instability and tension is high, and Birch Gold makes owning physical gold so easy. Easily convert an existing IRA or 401k into a tax-sheltered IRA in physical gold, or buy some to store in your home safe. Just text MK to the number 989898, and Birch Gold is going to send you a free info kit on gold. Look into it, see if it's right for you. There's no obligation, just useful information to help you make a decision. With an A+ rating, with a Better Business Bureau, and tens of thousands of happy customers, take control of your savings today. Text MK to 989898. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.